Okay, my friends, these are cave pearls. These super rare formations called cave pearls. We're going to look at those a little deeper in a second. This video is about a gigantic cave. I believe it's called Sondong, but this specifically caught my eye. The video was sent to me by a friend, Lisa, who I hope to maybe we even do some videos together. She's got a lot of questions. She seems quite interested in this, research. So we'll see how that goes. But this basically proves what I've been saying. And now it's time to open the door to this research. There's just too much evidence that supports what my claims are. So let's look at this, and then hopefully we can move a little forward. All right, so they're deep down in this cave system, and they come across this. They call them cave pearls. And I've got the sound off because sometimes they won't let you play with the sound. I'm just going to run this for a second. I'll show you where this video came from. Like I say, a friend Lisa sent this. Now, so they're saying that usually they're very, very small, but here, since they're old, some of them are the size of, pretty good sized balls, like a tennis ball. Mostly caves aren't quite this big, so that's why. Now, these are these balls, and I will show you where they exist in a creature's body. Now, they're saying that they form around a tiny nucleus as a grain of sand, and they get bigger and bigger. It's basically a concretion of minerals, which, as I will show you, that's not true. They're looking at this, trying to figure out what they're seeing, but you have to understand what you're going to see in a minute is true. So they're saying it takes hundreds of years to build up these concretions until they fully form. Now, then they come across this. They find a bunch of bones down in here. Now, I'm going to go back through this whole thing because this thing is absolutely stunningly large. And it's huge. And I know what it is, and you will in a second. I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Okay, shocking as this may seem, these are where those balls were collecting. This is the stomach of a human being. In this particular case, I imagine other creatures have those same little balls as well, but I don't know that for a fact. Now, I also know that the stomach itself looks like this up here. And we shall also see that in another shot. These things that we are looking at on the earth are spectacularly large creatures that are basically giants in the earth. Okay, this is the Sondong cave. And right here is where they found the cave pearls. So we can be pretty sure that we're in the stomach area here. Now, what's going on there? I don't know. They have names for these places, and we can go in and look at them. But I'm going right here. That's probably the throat, somehow coming down to the stomach area right here. Then you go through all the digestive system, and then you poop. Okay, this is the video. This is the cave. Now, the video is here. The world's largest cave. It has a forest, a river, and clouds inside. 54 million hits. But, I know what that is. It's a digestive system, and the stomach is up here where the cave pearls are. And that's the first thing you hit after your throat. So this is your throat up here from whatever kind of creature it was. I don't know. But it has the same stomach structure as we do. So that's all I can say. But this, again, this is Rui Sinet. Ruhi Sinet. And that's the cave. Okay, in Vietnam, that Son Dong is a cave. Now here in the Grand Canyon, it was ripped. The whole top of the body of a creature was ripped off. And what's below is, intestines, whatever, I believe these are intestines or somewhere down in that area. And there's literally blood still in there. That's not just red for nothing. That was blood. And it's still there. Now, these are the size of these, they call them pillow of basalt or something. This is, it looks to me like it's in the intestinal area, colon, rectum, I'm not sure, but it's down in that area somewhere. And here's what the anatomical looks like. This is an Almay shot, and that's what it looks like. Now let me show you something where all of these little things have rubbed off, because they're kind of easy to rub off. This is where they were originally. This was in the guts of some big creature. And what else? Well, you've seen this. These are the cave pearls. And that's exactly what a stomach is. I showed you the anatomical. This guy's walking on somebody's guts. Same thing as that. Things are spectacularly large, and this was always written about, and long ago in the text, there were giants in the earth in those days. What kind of giants? I don't know. But we could start to investigate what kind they were, realizing that we're looking at biology here, and we're not looking at just dirt and rocks and dust.